Ladies and gentlemen, Dameon as Wilburn. I'm not going to take a lot of your time because I looked at the clock and we've been running for a minute. But I wanted to say this is the best church service I've been to in my life. There's a lot going on, but we had to bring one big girl to the stage. All right. You're going to do big sexy, you got to bring big sexy. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't saying nothing wrong about you if you're small. I'm just saying, I'm just saying. I got this skirt at Family Dollar. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. I will make it happen. I got these shoes at Payless. I'll still take your man. I don't even like men. I'm going to take his ass on principle. I'm sorry. Y'all can't. I'm sorry. My wife brought me a Jack Daniels. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done it. All right. I'm at Siena Heights University in Adrian, Michigan, which is the smallest town in the world. And I'm going to swear a lot, so y'all get over it. Ain't shit to do in Adrian, even when there's shit to do. So I'm hanging out in this girl's room, and I call it the land of misfit toys. There's 10 of us, 7 men, 3 women, and this girl looked just like the chick from Beetlejuice. She looks so much like the chick from Beetlejuice that people call her the chick from Beetlejuice. She's tall, she's skinny, she's got black hair, her eyes are sunken in. My grandmama would have said, that hoe needs a Danish. Some ribs or something. She needs to eat something. The girl is sick, she needs to eat something. My great-grandmama would have put her in a bed and fed her pound cake and buttermilk for like a month. So, now, we're telling each other that we're not going to the party at the soccer house because we're too cool for that shit, when in actuality, we had not been invited. So even if we showed up, we would have been quickly escorted off the premises, but we're telling each other that we're too cool to go. So we're looking for something to do, and I said, well, I'm thinking, let's get a pizza, because I'm, big girl, let's eat. Let's get a pizza, we'll get some drinks, we'll talk shit for a couple hours, pass out or go to sleep, and call it a night. It won't be great, but it won't be sad. Like, we're not somewhere staring at a TV with nobody, we're getting drunk with at least 9 other people. How bad is that? This heifer pops up and says, I know what we should do. We should go streaking. Streaking? How did we go from not going to a party to going streaking? Where's that line? How did you connect that shit together? Then she says, oh, I have a better idea. Let's go streaking in the cemetery. So behind the school is a cemetery. There's the school, there's a road, and then there's a cemetery. Now, I'm from Detroit, I'm from the D, it's fine, but there's a part of me that's like, this is how white people die. This is how they die. Doing shit like this is how you die. And now I'm supposed to go with you. Now, I went to an all-girls high school, okay? So for 3 years, I was surrounded by nothing but girls. Now, let's establish, I figured out I was bisexual long after that, but for a minute there, I was like, well, something's different about me, because I don't think this is all bad. Then I went to the Waldorf school as elementary school, so I was K through 9th grade at the Waldorf school, and the thing about Waldorf that's great is you keep everybody in the same grade from kindergarten going on. The problem is, it's like trying to have sex with your brother, because you've known this kid for 12 years, so it ain't cute. And when people got together, we were like, yay, they're dating. Oh, that's gross. Like, that happened instantly. Like, oh, I'm uncomfortable with everything that's happening right now. But it's fine. So I'm like, wait a minute. So we're going to go streaking in a cemetery. And I haven't been around men now for years. And I want to be the cool kid, if I could be the cool kid. So now we all agree. And by we all, I mean they agree, and I'm bringing up the rear. So we start walking through the school, we walk through the dorm, go out to the baseball diamond, and as we're walking across the baseball diamond, I start thinking about my caveats. Like, I'm not getting full naked, I'm not getting full naked with y'all, I'm not going in this cemetery. Like, I've got all kinds of list of shit that I'm not gonna do as I'm still walking. And the brilliant part of this idea is it's October. So don't nothing say fun times like naked as hell in a cemetery in Michigan in October. That was genius. That's that's kind of stuff you think up in a school where it has nothing else to do. See, I should have gone to U of M. So the school property has a fence that runs along it, and the cemetery property has a fence. So we walk to the back, the absolute end of the school fence, and then walk across the road and go into the cemetery. We get into the cemetery, and I start throwing stuff out like, I'm keeping my underwear on. My man is right. I was like, I'm not doing naked. I'm keeping my underwear on. Now, Jamie is with us. Jamie is 500 pounds of 500 pounds. It's the biggest, as my mama would say, he's the biggest thing in captivity. And Jamie is like, yeah, I'm not streaking in front of y'all either. And I'm like, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. So he grabs the boys, and they all go to another part of the cemetery, supposedly to go streaking without us. Now, I'm standing there, and I'm running my big girl checklist. And there, you a big girl, you got a checklist. Number one, where's my ass right now? Because you know if you don't know where your ass is, it's probably knocking something over, knocking over somebody's purse, their drink, somebody's hat. So before I take anything off, let's establish where's my ass right now. Okay? Step two, where are the girls? Where are the girls? Because the girls, I'm wearing, there's more rubber in the bra I got on right now than in all of y'all's tires. Because if I don't tie them down, one of them gonna hit me in the face when I'm walking. And by the way, you're welcome, because they might be big as hell and I might have to tie them down, but they are real. Spectacular things that are natural have to be taken care of, but I digress. So my third thing is, do you smell anything? Check yourself. Some people don't check. I was like, before I start parading around, I've been in these clothes since 8 o'clock this morning. Let's make sure everything is everything before we start. Now, while I'm running this checklist, Beetlejuice is done. She's buck naked. She's already out of all of her clothes. She's running around in the moonlight, and it's fine because she got the body of a 12-year-old boy. So she ain't got shit to worry about. All she looks like is somebody is throwing a white arrow back and forth through the cemetery. And she is screaming at the top of her lungs, and she is having the best time of her life. And I'm standing there in my Sears ladies Big Mama drawers and an 18-hour bra that is inching up on hour 17 with no socks on, cold as hell, with my hands on my hips, I'm sure looking exactly like Eliza Lou Parker, my grandmother, like, what the fuck is this here? And the girl grabbed my best friend Amy's hand. And when she grabbed her hand, Amy grabbed my hand, and we started running through this cemetery. And we are running, and we are laughing, and we are loud as hell, and the wind is on my skin. And I can hear it in my ears, and I can feel the wind touching parts of me that it never touched because I was never naked. I'd never taken any clothes off. And at that moment, I got into this body for the first time. That was the moment that I found out that my legs were doing exactly what they were supposed to do. Big or not, they were holding me up, and they were letting me run. That my arms were doing exactly what they were supposed to do. Big or not, I was holding Amy's hand and not letting go. And I was steadying myself with the other arm. I knew no matter what I thought about this body, a body that works is a sexy body. And my body was working, right? So I'm dancing and I'm screaming, and them big ass Big Mama white cotton drawers is sparkling in the moonlight. Because my mama taught me how to use bleach. And then I hear some rustling, and the boys are coming back. And I'm thinking I may want to stay naked or stay in my underwear or do something. And then I said, well, I don't actually deem them worthy. So I got my clothes back on. So we all get dressed, and we're standing around a circle staring at each other. And you could tell by how the boys were dressed that none of them had ever taken their clothes off. Like, they just walked off, probably walked someplace where they could still see us, watched us, and then sauntered back and tried to act like they'd been going somewhere. And we're all standing there, and everybody's got their clothes on except this one dude. And we're looking at him, And he's just standing there talking and probably high as hell, just weed high. You know, when you get high, you just don't care. And he's just talking and talking, and all of a sudden, Jamie looks at him and says, dude, your curtains don't match your carpet. And he looks at us, and he looks down, and he's like, yeah. So he goes and grabs his clothes, figures out he's naked, goes to put his clothes on. As he's putting his clothes on, off at the very end of the cemetery, we see a light bouncing. And it takes us a second, but then it comes to us all at once. It's an Adrian police officer. It's a patrol car. Because this cemetery also butts up against a neighborhood. So somebody in one of them houses has heard a bunch of people cackling and laughing and whatever in his cemetery and probably saw Beetlejuice's white ass running in circles because she looked like she'd been painted with neon out there. And I have never been so scared in my life because everybody else is gonna get a warning. I'm going to jail. I'm with nothing but white people. It's fine, but we all know I'm going to jail. Everybody else is gonna get like a, hey guys, go back to school. You, in the car, you know. I was there for 5 years, and for 5 years I waited for you in the car. So, now, let's establish that my first reason for not wanting to go streaking is streaking combined the two things in my life I hated, nudity and running. If I liked to run, I wouldn't be worried about being nude. Anyhow, so now I gotta run anyway. So we get to the end of the graveyard fence and we're coming across the street. The problem is the fence for the school is longer, but we can't run to the end of that fence because then we're running directly at the cop. That's a problem. So we run, get through the trees, and when we get through the trees, what do we find? A barbed wire fence. We didn't know it was barbed wire because we went around. Now the cop light is still dancing, but it's dancing in the cemetery, so we got a minute. So all of us just get on it like you do when you're in a boxing ring, right? You push down the bottom, pull up the top, and let people through. Now, fat boy, Jamie, ain't gonna make it. He's 500 pounds. He ain't coming through that fence. So he, bless you, man, peace to you. He was like, I'm gonna have to run to the end of the thing. I was like, do you? Because I was like, when that cop sees his ass, that's gonna be a 30-minute conversation. We'll be back in the dorm. But what's your big ass doing out here running? So, like, just trying to figure out why he's outside in October running would be enough time for us to get back in the dorm and just deal cards and act like we've been there all night. So we're coming through the barbed wire fence, and everybody gets through except for Curtains. For whatever reason, this fool decides to go over the top of the barbed wire fence. So he goes over, gets one leg over, and the barb catches the crotch of his jeans. Now, no, I saw him naked. Trust me, it was just cloth. I promise you, it was just cloth. It's fine. It's fine. So the barbed wire catches his crotch. He's on the fence screaming, pardon me, like a bitch. Just screaming, because he thinks his balls are on that fence. They're not. But you can't tell him that. He's high, it's cold, he can't move, it's barbed wire. You can't tell him nothing. And as soon as he starts screaming, that spotlight swings from the graveyard and swings to the trees. Now, it's still not on us, but it's coming, and now it's coming faster. And he's screaming. Next thing you know, here comes Jamie, lumbering. I've never seen anybody that big move that fast, because he don't want to go to jail. I find out later he's got at least 2 packets of heroin in his pocket. I didn't know that at the time, so we went to jail. We was going to go under the jail. So he comes running. He grabs Curtains by the mouth and by the crotch, rips him off the barbed wire and falls with him. He's still screaming because now he thinks his balls have been torn open. We drag him to the tree line. I put my hand over his mouth and try to kill him. Because if it's me going to jail and his ass dying, guess who it's going to be? So as soon as the lights hit the trees, he shuts up. We all get real quiet. You can hear the window go down the cop car. And you hear, hey! Oh yeah, because what we're gonna do is say, hello. No, that's dumb. As soon as he said, hey, we all stopped breathing. So we all just lay there. Light swings, swings up, swings down, swings over, comes within probably a foot of Jamie's big ass, but stops, swings back, and then the light goes away and the car speeds up. And we're like, whew, thank you, Jesus. We get out of the leaves, out of the dirt, start making our way back to the dorm. Nobody says shit. We are covered from head to toe. Mud, leaves, condom wrappers, just general debris. And we're marching back to the dorm through the baseball field. We get into the school. You had to show your ID to the security guard. We're all like, fuck off, show our IDs. We get back to Beetlejuice's room. Everybody collapses on the floor. And I look at her and I say, can we order that fucking pizza now? Thank you.